Early morning on the 31st of August 2023, the women, the upper mountain communities of Mba and Ra travel by bus, by truck to the nearest pickup location to board the bus, travel across the island of Vitilevu to the interior of Naitasiri. For the last 2 months, our partner communities in Mba and Ra set aside certain portions of our community buying. In those 2 months, the women raised over $5,000, and that was taken as a gift to the women in Naitasiri. Naitasiri Women and Dairy is going through the process to secure their first ever 54-acre land to be their cattle farm. And this is where the promising practice of Soleswalevaki and gift economy come to play. Gift economy, in the context of Fijian traditional culture, it's about sharing. Sharing of surplus. Back in the olden days, the upper mountain communities would share the surplus of their crops during harvesting season. The surplus are being brought down to their partner communities in the coastal, and in return, the shares whatever is in abundance. In this day and age, Rice Beyond the Reef is starting to revive these traditional currencies of gifting, and Soleswalevaki, which is coming together for greater good in sharing the surplus of what they have for economic empowerment. In addition to the $5,000, each of the women traveling that day brought along seedlings of deep-rooted trees to be planted into this new property as a symbol of solidarity. Women in the informal sectors, in the villages, in rural and remote communities will always struggle to meet the minimum requirement of lending institution if they want to access financing. Electricity bill and lease title are some of the well-known requirements that they need to provide. These are the things that they don't have in their settings in their various villages. It's been 9 years since Rice Beyond the Reef has been doing work with rural and remote women in economic empowerment space. To date, they are consistently supplying to the local tourism market, and through Soleswalevaki, from the informal sector, they now have a distribution center in Australia, in New Zealand, in the United States, supplying the e-commerce platform to supply globally. We have surpassed 1.3 million of our buying from our communities, and to date we have over 600 women who are members of our program.
Kaki mami kilani ki mami sa tu kau na marama e na bono ndundu ki mabawati kina ki mami ngarabikina ni ki mami sa rawaka ki mami sa bukatalinga nambulani bobale.
This has allowed the women in the rural and remote setting to earn more income and create some surplus, enough for them to be able to be in a position to share and reach out to other rural and remote women in Fiji.
We want to come and help donate what we can give as a gift to Naitasiri Women in Dairy.
I'm very happy today to meet our partners from Nakoro Tumbu in Ra. Their smiling face.
We were so delighted because we came to help the women in dairy through Soleswalevaki so that they can start with their business.
We are very proud to be Rice Beyond the Reef member so that we can come together today to help the Naitasiri Women in Dairy.
Since 2017, Women's Fund Fiji has been supporting Rice Beyond the Reef in the women economic empowerment space.
The Women's Fund Fiji is a resource mobilization arm for the women's movement and the feminist movement in Fiji. We started off as a program under DFAT, Pacific Women Shaping Pacific Development. We transitioned to be an independent entity in 2021 and registered as the first women's fund in Fiji and the region. Our role is to mobilize resources and shift to the hands of women-led organizations to progress their human rights and also their development and the work that they do to support gender equality in Fiji. The journey with Naitasiri Women in Dairy Group, we started off where we provided them to support in organizational strengthening and technical trainings like calf rearing, and also starting up their capital, such as the purchase of the 45 calves that links with the calf rearing activity. Fast forward 2019, being a flexible and adaptive women's fund, we were able to innovate the Naitasiri Women in Dairy Group to take those strategic steps to work towards realizing their dreams, is to have their own established Dairy Cooperative.
Women's Fund was there all throughout our journey, letting us achieving our goals and mission to having our own milking bill. All of the best is Rice Beyond the Reef. The heart of all women coming together to lend it to the Nitasiri women has been something else.
Women de Nitasiri. May naono kina basang bulkalima na marama. Basang bulkalima talaga na luwin bulmakau. Holi nga biki mamina na women de Nitasiri. Nito may nikuha saraba kasudo ng bulmakau sa lebu sara. So sarabolitaki katangan sarabolitaki sayang atale ni song-song. Yan ito tatanda ya. Mendo ni tonggelis me pakakito tiku kinani kuwa na korobina kango bat kursia. Rice Beyond the Reef tikino ya kete batakin na kurtung. To maraw ta kasarangan na raibotu na tatanda sole baki. Kito sarabani kuwa na kale beta kama na kalu. To sini tanra. Kele tungo nambasi bat kursia.
We at the fund value is for Rice Beyond the Reef to step in to mentor groups such as Nitasiri Women in Dairy Group and groups that are under the Rice Beyond the Reef's wing. So there is a synergies and there is learning on how these rural women can take the lead role in shaping their own development and also building their own resilience to realize their goal and their vision.
It was a special day as we bring to life a traditional practice, a traditional currencies, and what has made our people be resilient and live peacefully and in harmony with each other over the years. The rain did not damp the spirit of solidarity and bringing into life this promising practice that is unique indigenous Fijian culture and now being used to support the shift, the transition from informal sector to formal sector in participating in economic activities.